We good? Sorry, my camera's a little wonky. Something like that. Sorry, it's just a little, the orientation's off. You guys see that? Y'all all good? We good enough. How's that? Do I get the squeaky chair again? How's it going, folks? There we go. Nice chair so I can see you. There we are. Hello, everyone. I'm back. Sorry I'm a little late. There we go. Now we're seeing eye to eye. Hello, folks. TikTok's a little wonky today. Hang on, let me... Hi, guys. I know. It's a little weird. It's never set up right. I swear. I try to be on time, but I'm so busy. But I got making time for you. How's that? Hello, guys. I tip this down a little bit. Something like that. There we go. Now we're live. Now we're cooking on all platforms, firing on all cylinders. Hello. Tilt this back. How's it going, folks? Another live. Sorry I'm late. Big day today. Because today we're going to be talking about sponsored by Prime. I'm just kidding. They do be sending me these though. But it's not a sponsored live. I actually just genuinely like these. And that's not a plug either. The red, white, and blues taste like Smarties. I don't know, I like Smarties. They used to give me a headache as a kid, but I like them. Okay, to the live. All right, I got a great show for you this evening. How many suits do you have? At least one. Okay, I have a great show for you this evening. Today we're gonna be talking about fiscal responsibility. I know. Your favorite subject or whatever. I get it. Having it's not good, but men should have it. Here's the thing. For me, at least, as a man, I've always known that it was going to be my responsibility to pay for it. Not just for myself, but for others. Now, obviously, basic human understanding is just like, yes, you need money to live, etc. Fine. But for me, at least, growing up in the South, raised by a single mother, somebody that had to provide for us, uneducated, had to provide for us, okay? Me and my other younger brother. She did what she had to keep us afloat, alive. Try to be nice about it, whatever. And when I was much younger, I grew up living with my mother in a trailer, in her mother's trailer, which was on the lot of her mother's house. So it was like, it wasn't a trailer park, but it was pretty fucking close. It was a house with a backyard in which a trailer was on, and then we all lived in there. That's how I grew up, all right? Just FYI, all right? And so my mother, without an education, figured it out and took care of us in one way or the other. She ended up, with some tutelage of help, whatever, she ended up making a very successful business for herself and sort of providing for us or whatever. But I watched my mother struggle and adopt the role of a man. She had to be both mother and father. I'm not saying my father was completely absent, but he fucking mostly was. So I mean, I got at some point in my life there was visitation, etc. But for the most part, and financially, that man didn't provide a single red fucking cent. And if he did, I didn't know about it. All right. So, doing it on her own. All right. So as a young man, I always knew, and I've always said this, that it's always been my responsibility as a man to take care of not only myself, but those around me, for my people. All right? And that includes, obviously, your woman, your family, etc. That shouldn't be some, by the way, that to me is not some profound thing. This isn't some crazy realization that only I've had and nobody else. And I'm just up here saying it, and people are like, oh my God, finally a man who says it. Maybe I am a man that's saying it more loudly, but I'm telling you this, guys that make money, in circles of men that make money, they all know this. What I'm saying isn't some crazy high expectation or some ridiculously absurd notion. What I'm saying is just common fucking sense for people that have money. And what does that mean for you? That means for you that if anybody that you're speaking to in your life, some man or whatever, if they suggest that it's not their responsibility, that they don't need to provide for themselves and their family, themselves is bare minimum. We'll talk about that in a fucking second. But if they think that they don't have to provide for their own family, if they have one, or their woman, whatever, then, and they go, oh, that's not my responsibility. You're a grown up. You can do it yourself. You can do it. You can provide for yourself. Then that man needs a seriously fucking reality check. Excuse me, God. Maybe Prime isn't so good after all. Jesus, that man needs a reality check. And if he doesn't think that he should support his woman, why not just date a man? So maybe you can fend for yourself. A man would have no problem fending for himself. So, date a man. Then both of y'all can fend for yourself and hook up. That's literally everything most of these guys have ever wanted. And in fact, I see this all the time. Because I used to talk to guys. I used to teach guys this shit. So I would notice that when men describe what they find valuable in other people, whatever, they just straight up describe another man. What do you mean? It's like, what do you bring to the table? They'll ask you things like this. And it's like, and they're talking about finances, business, entrepreneurial shit, entrepreneurial shit, like stuff like that, whatever. And they just straight up describe a man. So maybe they just want to date men. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with dating men. Just, be honest with yourself. You get what I'm saying? If a man doesn't think that he should have to, it's not his responsibility or whatever, he should have to provide for his woman or his family. God, what kind? You just date another man and you'll never have to worry about it. Because y'all can just both go fend for yourself. Perfect. How about it? It just seems a little sus is all. And there's nothing wrong with two men dating one another either. Go for it, for real. But why are you, if a man's not willing to pay for his woman, and not always frivolous, but sure, frivolous things, then it just seems like they harbor some sort of secret resentment. That's a big one. Secret resentment towards women, that's a big one. It's only because, and I'll tell you why. Because I straight up used to talk to guys about this all the time. They're frustrated at women because the type of women they want are out of their reach. And instead of focusing that energy inward for self-actualization and improvement, instead of that, they just instead blame women that they can't get. Oh, she's just a bitch. she just only wants guys with money. Yeah, because guys with money are better. Straight up. And by the way, also common sense, it's just better having money. What? Your life is solved. All your problems, most people's problems will go away with money. You get what I'm saying? Oh, she only wants rich guys with money. She's such a gold digger. Yeah, because my life would be better. The fuck? Ramen should be a gourmet choice, not a necessity to live. Do you see what I'm saying? You see the difference? So why not, instead of being frustrated at women, just be frustrated at yourself for not fucking making enough. And then your problems with women go away. Ta-da! Like magic. Just like that. Abracadabra. Personal responsibility. Wow. What a trait. What a elusive thing to consider. What a wow. Oh my goodness. She just wants guys with money. Well, then why not just get money? And then you'll be one of the guys in what she wants. Ta-da! Common fucking sense, folks. Just get some. The fuck? Instead of what? And what's the alternative? Sit at home, get no money, and then go, oh, she was, I'm such a good person. That's another one. That's always the broke losers, the ugly and broke losers, just thinking to themselves that they're just such great people. Why is that? What for? So says who? Says you? Says yourself? Those are always the ones that turn on you the fastest, by the way. They're broke and ugly and living in your DMs right now. And if you don't say some shit to them, they'll watch how nice they're gonna go from the best. They think they're so great. They're gonna go from the most nice, best guy ever to a complete fucking monster like that. Do you get what I mean? It's just better having money. And how that's not fucking obvious blows my mind. It's not like I'm on here saying some crazy profound stuff. It's just like, fucking just get your ducks in order. There's nothing wrong with wanting women, but why not just simply put the horse before the cart? You get what I'm saying? Make some fucking money first. And then instead of complaining that women want men with money. Because here's the other thing about having money. It's not just about the money. It is about the money, make no mistake. That's a big chunk of it, make no mistake. But it's not just about the money. You want to know why? Because it's hard to make money. It takes a certain level of character, commitment, motivation, the conscientiousness, the ability to work through all of the bullshit, through all of the pain and suffering. Because you know what it takes to make money, folks? It's so hard. Like now there's some opportunities that are popping up here and there or whatever. But it's so hard to make money. And it's not only hard, but it's hard to make it and then keep it. And you got enemies on all sides. You got people all around you that don't even know you, that just fucking hate you and just want to see you fucking fail. You have to make yourself valuable in the marketplace. You have the IRS on your back and you have enemies left and right. And it's always hard, and it takes constant fucking effort. And that takes a level of character where it's like you got to wake up out of bed, in the morning with a purpose. And instead of doing that, the broke ones, what do? Human beings are creatures of habit, by the way. So what do you think they're doing? If they're not jumping out of bed to work on some shit, and instead they're jumping out of bed and wake and bake, y'all know what I'm talking about, wake and bake. All right. Madden 2K on your couch for 12 hours. You know what I'm talking about. Of course those guys aren't going to make any fucking money. They're just going to sit there. And then they're going to complain that they don't have any money. And they're struggling to make ends meet. You're going to end up working your ass off to provide for some man that sits there on your couch that you paid for in the same boxer shorts as yesterday, smelling up the place. And then he's going to have the audacity to say, all you care about is money. Ha! You're right, I do. So better go get me some, because that's all I care about. The fuck? What do you mean? It's frustrating to me. I don't even date men, and it's frustrating to me. I just get it. I've seen it. That's in my family, actually. I can see it. Frustrating. So, choose your life better, folks. You get what I mean? It's you weak ones. I'm looking at you, Keisha. It's you weak ones that are giving these broke dudes a chance and not creating an opportunity for them to get their life in order. Y'all better listen to me. I hope you do, folks. Arm in arm. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Hello, guys. Hello, folks. Anyways, big opportunity right now. Y'all seen this TikTok shop stuff? This TikTok shop stuff is going through the roof right now. People are making so much money on TikTok. Let me tell you. The amount of people making money at home selling fucking mop heads and candy and all that bullshit. Y'all see it on your For You page. Every other video is a TikTok shop video. Deadass moms at home selling mops. For real, cleaning supplies. Because that's what they're doing anyways. They're showing videos of them cleaning. Making $400K a month now. It's fucking insane. After this show, I'm working with TikTok. I'm corporate partner with them. After this show, I'm gonna show y'all how to do it. If y'all want to stick around at 6 o'clock. That's 30 minutes from now if you're interested in that. TikTok shop's killing it right now though. Hello, folks. Okay, open up the floor. Q&A. How's it going, folks? Oh, speaking of which, we're gonna, let's see here. Our parents just caught us, uh-oh. Why don't you start a dating show? I might. That's funny. Oh my God, hello guys. How do I ask a guy how do I ask a guy to take me shopping? Ask him, tell him you'll meet him on the first date. Say you don't want anybody to know. You don't want the guy that you meet, on a first date to know where you live, because that's inappropriate. So you don't want him picking you up from your house on the first date. So you'll just meet him at the Beverly Center or whatever, the mall. I'll meet you at the mall. I'll be in Chanel. All right? That might work. Depending on the caliber of man you're dating. Just tell him you'll meet him there. Oh yeah, no problem. You can't come to my house though, because I don't let men know where I live on the first date, because I'm just trying to protect myself. My mama raised me right. So just meet me at Cartier and see how they respond. All right? Just be looking around. All right? Hello, folks. If they ask you what you're there buying, then you just block them. It wasn't going to work out anyways. Save yourself the heartache. All right? You just bought your time back. He goes, what you bought? If you tell the man that, yes, I'll go out on a date with you. I'll meet you for our first date. You can meet me at the mall. I'll be at Cartier. And if he says, well, what you buying? Block him and be like, my time back, bitch. Boom. It wasn't going to work out anyways, folks. I just bought my time back. Good thing I didn't waste 3 to 6 months on your ass. Ta-da! That's efficiency. You're welcome. I'm going to save us both some time. I'm going to buy mine back and you get the rebate. Whatever. On to the next one. All right? Hello, folks. That's right. Let's see here. How do you attract men with money? You show up at places where men with money are. Ta-da! That's not that hard, is it, folks? But you got to live somewhere where rich people are too. All right. If you're going out with your girls off, to the dive bar off the freeway, probably won't meet them there. So choose wisely. All right. And then with a light beat, some micro needling, some threading, and a light beat, you'll get you one. All right? That's how. Show up to the right places and some dry shampoo. Okay? Be present. Say yes to stuff. Hello, folks. How do you date if you're over 50? Okay, listen. So my grandmother, her name is Robin. She married my grandfather. He was older than her. I want to say like really older, like much older, like 24 years younger, something like that. She was 24 years younger than my grandfather. My grandfather, though, on my dad's side, is a chief of surgery in a small town that I grew up in. And, it's sort of in the region, you have the surgeon chiefs or whatever. That was him. So he was well-to-do guy. Now, granted, my parents divorced. So I was living with my mother, so I didn't get any of that. My dad and his whole fucking life was a completely different situation, whatever. My point is that my grandmother, who I later had a relationship with, was married to my grandfather, who was 24 years older than her. And because of that, she had a great life. Straight up, she just had a great. He paid for everything. She worked too. Because her career was important to her, but she didn't fucking need to, But she wanted to, so that's cool. Whatever. My mama did that too. All good. So, she had a career for herself. He ended up dying, of course, because he's much older than her. She's young. She's only a few years older than my mom, to be honest with you. But she's still my grandmother by marriage. And my grandfather died, and then she loved that man dearly. She grieved him. He's buried in the backyard, kind of thing. That's how we do it in the South, by the way. And she grieved for a couple of years, but she's older, she's alone, whatever. And what happened was she ended up going out and meeting a new man at her church community group. She got involved more in the church. And she met this guy, and he's an older guy, but he's just so bright and full of energy. I liked him. I met him. I liked him. I just saw him on Christmas, actually. Basically, here's the thing. She met this guy a couple of years after my grandfather died. She was well over 50. All right. She met this guy in a church community group, and they hit it off. She had money from her first husband too. He had a little money too, whatever. And they traveled the world together, and now they're married. She still very much loves and honors my deceased grandfather, of course. But every time I see her, she's happy as a lark. All smiles. They seem happy together still. So just because you're over 50 or whatever, the answer is the same thing as I'm telling the other ones. Go out to where the rich men are. Get you a light beat and your hair done. Like my Aunt June did. And then go get you a man in your church community group. Get involved in the community. The older you get, you want to stay at home or recluse yourself a bit. You got to get out there, sis. All right? Tease that hair or what have you. Get you a perm, whatever. But just because you're 50 doesn't mean the sun's set on your dating life. Trust me. Get out there, folks. All right? I stay home. Yep, see, that's your problem. You sound genuine, but everyone keeps calling you a grifter. What does that even mean? What does that even mean? That's my real. I just told you a real story from my real actual life, from my real family. My grandmother really did do that. I don't think so. Do you play piano? Yes. Let's see here. Where do I find a rich man? I don't know where you live, girl. Go to the yacht club. Anywhere there's a paywall really is the answer. Country club membership. I play tennis at the Beverly Hills Country Club. I also have a membership at the yacht club here out of the marina. But that's just because I live in a place where this is available to me. But just to answer your question straight up, just go where there's a paywall. The higher, the better. All right? Save up if you have to. I'm not your financial advisor or whatever, but put yourself where they're at. All right? Let's see here. I feel as though, sorry, I missed that one. That was quick. Advice for dating at 19 and if he's really worth it or not. You're going to have some lessons to learn, girl. My advice is date a little bit older, date a little bit richer. You know what it's like dating a man in their 20s? God. What the fuck does a man in their 20s know? Jeez Louise. Every woman in here has dated a man in their 20s, and it's like the worst shit ever. So, you're 19, you got a rocky road ahead of you, sis. That's all right, though. You got to learn some lessons, just not at the expense of your youth, all right? So, you run at the first few red flags you see, you get what I mean? All right. Let's see here. Advice, let's see here. Need to level up. Oh my God, just hate I'm 23. Hold on, let's see. A man in their 20s is not even a grown man yet. That's what I'm saying. Exactly. Date older guys. Let's see here. Where do you meet rich men in Ventura County or LA? Fuck if I know. In Ventura County? God. I mean, there's some places, if you go like more towards Calabasas maybe, I suppose, but Calabasas, you know, you go to that region, that area can be nice. Malibu's was nice. Fuck, that sucks. I forgot for a second. Jesus Christ. Malibu used to be nice. But yeah, so for me, it's just, like I said, just go where you have to pay to get in. Paywalls, folks, all right? Are you married? No. Do rich men really go for middle-class women? Listen here. Men don't care how much money you make. Men will marry the waitress. They just will. Have you ever met a divorced man ever? They will date a woman, an age-appropriate woman, and then they will leave that woman for the barista that was nice to them. You don't think they care about how much money you make? I don't care about how much money a woman makes. It's irrelevant to me. It doesn't matter. You see what I'm saying? Guys, I think people confuse like rich with elite, because rich is like top 1% of the US is $600K a year. That's top 1%. All right. So like for all form and function, if you make over $600K a year, you're in the top 1%. For most people, most average folks would consider that rich. Okay. So but some people seem to think that like you're dating a man of pedigree, like the Johnson & Johnson family heir or something like that. And that's not who y'all are talking about, but that's what you're kind of misconstruing things. So here's the answer. Men don't care how much money you make as a woman. They just don't. And if they do care about how much money that you're making as a woman, they're scheming. They want to know how much money you got so that they can get some of it. Don't you see? If a man is genuinely interested in how much money you make, he doesn't have enough. And if he's asking that question, be prepared to share, because that's where it's going, one way or the other. Now or in the future, you're going to be sharing some of yours. You might be doing all the heavy lifting in a matter of time. So, if that's what you want, then go for it. But if he's genuinely concerned about your income, he ain't got enough. That's the answer, folks. If he wants to know, he ain't got enough. And not enough for you to consider, that's for sure. How about that? Oh, you hit my trigger question. Goodbye. Block them. 500 for an unblock. Get your money up and come try again. The fuck? That's how you do it, folks. Disqualified. You know what I'm saying? Why are you asking? Why do they want to know so bad how much you got? Start doing math. Start mathing it out. That's crazy. Let's see here. Let's see here. I'm a happily married woman to a wonderful provider, but I can watch this all day. Okay, yeah. So you get it, Jennifer. I'm trying to keep it family friendly, but you get it. He paid $10,000 unblock fee. What do I do after 5 years and no engagement? What's Bill Scarsgard? Is that what? He paid you $10,000 for you to unblock him. What do I do after 5 years and no engagement? Just keep getting that money, Bill. Is your name really Bill? Are you asking me? Bill? Is it Billany? Billani? I don't know. Whatever. Just keep getting that money. If he's giving you $10K to unblock you, then that's what I call a mutually beneficial relationship. All right? Bill is my cat. I got it. Your celebrity crush cat. Perfect. Oh, man. Invest in the emergency room. Invest in my emergency room app. Okay, no plug in your damn business here. Go mind your business. Let's see here. I pushed off going on a date. Now he's not interested. Yeah, that's the thing. You can shatter a man's ego that way. He'll come back though. All you gotta do is be out on another date and post it to your story. That man that is no longer interested to come will light your phone up like Christmas. Call your girlfriends up and just make it seem like you're out with a man. Take a picture. You know what I mean? Ask a stranger if you can take a picture with them. Put it on your story. Just a little elbow. You know what I'm saying? Show a little hairy elbow. That man will light your phone up like the 4th of July. He had to think for a while. Sorry, he just needed some space. Okay. He'll come back. They always come back. Hello, folks. Okay. How can I become rich? Well, there's a lot of ways. One of the ways, so now I work with TikTok. My corporation is partnered with TikTok Corporation, a TikTok shop partner or whatever. And basically, people are making a lot of money on TikTok. A lot of money, like stay-at-home moms selling candies and children's toys and shit, making a lot of money on TikTok. I am literally going to tell you how to do it in about 10 minutes if you want. I'm not saying you're gonna be rich, but you can make some real fucking money right now. Some stay-at-home moms selling mop heads making 450 grand a month. It's seriously like that. I'm doing that at 6 my time, which is in 13 minutes. So stick around and I'll show you how to make some money at home for real. How to start dating older rich men as a young girl. Well, go to where older rich men are. All right? Go to an old folks home in a geriatric community. Those guys got all sorts of untold riches. You don't know. They got land holdings like you wouldn't believe. All right? Even if they're 70 and barely getting around, they'd love to have you just around for a little while, you know? An hour a day might get you some benefits down the line. You get what I mean? They might leave you something. So, and I know you sleepy girls are too tired to want to do anything anyways, and they're just happy for the company. So, get you a light beat or whatever, drive on down to the old folks' home, look for them lonely ones. They might leave you something. Who knows? Who knows? You never know. Your companionship might go a long way. All right? And I know you're sleepy anyways. It's not like you're all going to be doing much anyways. It don't work anyways. Where's your dog? Max, he's sick. Actually, he's feeling sick. Threw up all over my pillows this morning. Do you one-on-one consultations? No, I'd rather die. Ugh. No thanks. How can I get? I just explained that one. Hello, folks. When should I start asking for money? You got to start that early. Y'all ever heard of Pavlovian conditioning? Start carrying snacks around in your pocket. He starts giving you money, you give him a little snack. A little stick of bubble gum or something. Every time you get a little money, you give him a sweet treat. Teach him early on. All right? Can't teach an old dog new tricks. You got to get him while it's early. Oh, thanks for dinner, honey. Here's a Starburst. He'll unwrap that thing and he'll be like, well, you got this in your pocket. He'll unwrap it. He won't even think about it. Next thing you know, he's buying everything. Swedish fish? Snicker bar? You know what I mean? He'll be like, well, you got this. Won't even know. Meanwhile, paying for everything. That's how you do it, folks. You got to train them. Make them salivate when they do it. When they turn that little kiosk thing around, he's salivating already before he even pays it. He'll insist you don't reach for your purse. All right? Hello, folks. Classical conditioning, that's right. Sorry, it's an emergency over here. It's always an emergency these days. How's it going, folks? Veneers are natural. You mean my teeth? They're natural. The problem with natural teeth over time, my mama thought it was like important to like have straight teeth. Sorry about the alarm, guys. Just kidding. I'm not mad at that. If there's an emergency, go do it. You know what I mean? I'm at the top, the highest penthouse in Hollywood, and I hear everything. I'm not mad that there's an emergency, though. That's a good thing. Y'all go solve that problem. All right. Anyways, my mama thought it was important that I had straight white teeth when I was young, because I used to have fangs like a vampire, these two teeth, like fangs. And I had them, the hardcore wire braces for a long time, and then I had my teeth filed down, like to make them even. And they're just white like that because I brush them every day. You should do that too, you know. But the problem with regular braces over time is my bottom ones are still getting janky. They're moving a little bit over time. All right. So I just really, it's important. Keep your teeth good health, though. Let's see. Let's talk TikTok. I will do TikTok at 6. They look strong. Hopefully they don't wiggle too much. Don't do veneers. No, I'm good. I'm good on veneers. I'm not doing that. Let's see here. Why aren't you married yet? Just not. Yeah, came close a couple times actually, but not quite. Not yet. Maybe one day. Do you play the piano? Yes. Well, y'all think this is just for decoration? I have played piano. I post stuff on my pages. Check it out. I'm all right. I'm not that great. I'm trying to be better. You know. I can play a few jingles, whatever. I do all right. Are you a real or fake account? Last time I checked, I was real. Aloha, hello. Hello, folks. How can you get them to give you more attention without asking for it? You don't, okay, hold on. Here's how you do it. You don't ask at all. You just pull back your attention. Men really lose their fucking minds when you're not available to them. That's how it goes. So, if you want more attention from him, you give him less attention. Straight up. Y'all play, you gotta stretch it out. If he's not giving you attention, you just don't give him attention back. And that's it. And then if he stops giving you attention, he wasn't the one anyways. So he's doing you a favor. How about that? All right? So if you want more attention from him, you give him less attention. Stop trying. That's the answer. Let him come to you. They want you anyways. All right? They'll come. And if they don't come, let them go. Set them free or whatever. Set yourself free. Get you one with a little effort. You know what I mean? Hello, folks. Your lives are my daily affirmations. That's funny. That's good. Best dating advice for a 25-year-old. This is I'm gonna leave you guys with this because I'm gonna do this other thing soon. The best dating advice I can give you for a 25-year-old woman is don't waste all the best years of your life on a man who's never gonna commit to you. You can sit there and date a man and he's never gonna be ready for 10 years. You can't convince a man to be ready. They're either ready when you meet them or they're fucking not. And if you think that you can change it or that you're gonna convince them to do it, you ma'am will be 35, no ring, no future, no plan. Frustrated. That's gonna be your life 9 times out of 10. So, you start dating a man who's ready so that you're not wasting your best years on someone who's not. All right? There you go, folks. Listen, so turning it on over, I'm going to do the how to make money on TikTok webinar. I'm a TikTok partner. People are making a lot of money at home right now, let me tell you. This TikTok shop thing, every time you swipe up on the app like that, and it's every other video is a TikTok video and some random making a video, these people are making a fuck ton of money. Like, it's an insane gold rush right now. Straight up. And I told y'all I'll be doing a little live how-to at 6. So, link is in my bio. Click one of those 3 links. You'll see it down there. The event, it's coming up in 3 minutes. I got to go set up for that. So, thanks everybody for joining me. It's been a real great show for you guys that want to learn how to make some money. I'm going to do it right now for free. Click the link in my bio and we'll see you over there. Thanks everybody. And YouTube, it's on my Instagram. Thanks guys. We'll talk to you guys soon. And the rest of you, we'll see you next time. All right. Bye-bye. Can't stop it. Won't stop.